So here we go. Three-minute rounds for the ladies at the 145-pound weight. Carano coming in at 144.5.
Definitely Gina Carano, 4.5 pounds over for Gina Carano and for Kaitlin Young. This is their toughest test of their young careers, and it's going to be interesting to see how much the weight issues have affected Gina Carano in this fight.
Weight equals power and punching and power and kicking. It may be a slight advantage for Gina, but the whole psychology of not being on weight, of not being professional, not being there, that's hard to deal with.
And there, Young going down. Carano on top. Young trying to put Carano in close guard.
Carano, a female at first, the first American woman to win a championship Muay Thai title in the Mecca of Muay Thai, Thailand. What baseball is to the United States, that's what the king of all martial arts is to Thailand. And early on, great action. I've had a chance to announce female fights all over North America. They always end up stealing.
Oh, big right hand by Carano. A looping, can-opening right hand. And a front kick by Carano. Another right hand. And Young answers with a stiff right hand of her own. These ladies are ready to lump each other up.
Gina can exercise that power if she strikes quickly and gets back to protect herself. She's leaving herself a little bit open.
Nice cut kick by Young, who starts to close in now. The question is, how long can Carano go? Out of shape at 144.5, and Kaitlin Young takes her to the ground.
Well, she's working a bit of rubber guard from the bottom there. Carano using her right leg to wrap around and try to get arm control.
So right now, Carano with Young in open guard, trying to close it all the way. Not able to right now.
Young coming off her first loss. It was via submission. She's really dedicated herself to not only learning submissions, but submission defense. So it's going to be interesting to see how she fares in this position. Again, Gina Carano also working her ground game, but this, they will both tell you, is the weakest part of their game.
It is. Now, Gina said she's ready for the ground. She wants to go to the ground. A submission would feel really, really good tonight, but she is not in a dominant position right now.
Carano trying to keep Kaitlin Young close.
Young doing a good job of using the cage, as you can see, and stacking up Carano.
Now Young.
Now Gina's got to make a decision. She's got to kick her away or pull her back in. Ground or stand up.
There's a roundhouse landing to the body for Carano. She backs up Young with the jab, but those kicks from Kaitlin Young so dangerous.
A cavalcade of kicks here in round number one.
Gina's beating her to the jab every time, but she's pulling her hands back a little bit low and getting counterpunch.
8 seconds remaining in the round. Carano breathing heavy. She's tried to keep her distance with the front kicks. There's another looping right hand.
And so far, they're well on their way to stealing the show, just like I told you.
Conviction.
Taking the fight to the ground was where I thought Gina had some real experience in this game. Kaitlin's coming in power kicking. Gina sweeps the leg right out, ends up in guard position, but ends up in top. That's where I know she wanted to be, to do a little ground and pound and do a little bit of damage. When they started exchanging rights, they were both landing. Gina needed to cover herself a little bit more. She's a good power puncher. And she's a good power puncher.
And there are no Cinderella slipper jaws on these two ladies, that's for sure.
No way, but here's the ground action. Gina's using her leg right now underneath her chin. She's using it as a bar right now to be underneath her and choke, apply pressure to the chin, pulling Kaitlin's head down. She's choking her here. She just doesn't have her wrapped up.
Round 2 scheduled for 3.
Wouldn't it be nice if they could maintain the pace of round number 1?
Gina Carano in the black trunks and Kaitlin Young in the black and white trunks. Both of these ladies proficient in Muay Thai. 8-point strikers, feet, elbows, knees, and hands. There's the knee by Young, trying to drive Carano backwards, and does to the gate. her back.
Already
1, 2, 3 by Carano. And Young responds with a stiff right hand of her own. Ooh, cut kick. Dangerous. Another cut kick behind the knee.
Kaitlin's starting to get her rhythm. Look at her bounce. She's bouncing herself into a punch kick rhythm. That's traditional Muay Thai.
Definitely finding her groove, but eats that straight hand.
2x4 jab by Gina Carano. Carano winded.
Carano has a beautiful jab, and she's not only jabbing, but she's covering her face at the same time. It's a great protective maneuver, but it doesn't allow you to open up for combinations.
Remember, Carano only had a 3-week training camp, and so far, so good. She's proving to have the heart of a champion, but Kaitlin Young really in the thick of things here.
Kaitlin Young got hit with a clean shot. She's blinking her eyes and in trouble. Young is in trouble. Here comes Carano. She got hit right in the nose, folks, and that'll make you tear up and blink from here to eternity. Now she holds on. 1:30 left in the round. Scheduled for 3. 140 pounds. 2 Muay Thai specialists.
Carano beginning to breathe laboriously, Frank.
She is. She's getting gassed. She's getting a little bit sloppy.
Oh, she's hurt.
Forward.
She's hurt now. Here's Carano looking for the finish.
Gina's got to go from the head to the body, back up through the center, and go for the knockout right here.
Carano with that front kick. Hitting Young right in the breadbasket. Young yielding. Carano, does she have enough? Young in trouble. Here's Carano. Punches in bunches. Young trying to hold on. Conviction drops her with the front kick. And now she moves in for the rear naked choke. Can she get her hooks in? Kaitlin Young. Trying to survive.
The clock could be Young's biggest advantage here right now because she is in a ton of trouble.
Can she get that arm in? Gina Carano to choke her out. 14 seconds to go. Young lumped up.
She's got it in.
She won't tap. Kaitlin Young. Oh, and she makes it out of the round. The ladies. Hey, mixed martial arts. CBS Primetime.
Wow. That's it. Wow. Hey, Kaitlin.
There will be blood.
Okay, now, Kaitlin.
Right now, Kaitlin Young's face looks like it's been put together like a ransom note.
Kaitlin Young in trouble. And this is over. This one has been stopped at the end of the second round. Gina Carano figured it out. And she stops Kaitlin Young at the end of the second round.
Gina Carano remains undefeated, improving to 6-0 and picking up her 3rd victory via stoppage.
She gutted it out tonight and got her desired result. She wanted to get to the ground. She told me, she said, I don't want to stand up. It's dangerous. I want to get to the ground and do some work.
She's on the cover of the June issue of Muscle and Fitness, and obviously her star continues to rise. Her father, former National Football League quarterback Glenn Carano, always with